Alright, in this video, we're going to be talking about line weight, how to use it, why it's important, and what exactly it is. So, line weight is the thickness or thinness with which you draw your lines, okay? You can go thick or thin, and typically, not always, but typically when you're doing a sketch, you want to have some variance of line weight, otherwise it can look kind of flat. It'll sort of end up looking like a coloring book page with that hasn't been colored yet, okay? So, there's roughly 3 different types of line weights that you're going to be using in a drawing. There's your thickest one, there's a medium line, and then the thinnest line, okay? And there's kind of a hierarchy to how you're going to be using these lines, okay? So your thickest line, typically, you're going to want to be using for the outline of whatever it is that you're drawing, okay? And the reason for this is because our brain kind of just picks those up as silhouettes, and you want to sort of capitalize on that, okay? So you're going to be using the thick one for outlines, okay? The next one, which is our medium one, you're going to want to use that for plane changes, okay? Which is where 2 planes meet, such as the edges or corners or something like that. And then the last one is going to be for details inside of a plane, okay? That's when you're going to use the last one. Okay, now this also applies as you go back into space. The thinner or thicker lines are going to get. So for example, if we have another box that's back here somewhere. Oops, let's try that again. Okay, you're going to want to make sure the lines in here are even thinner and even lighter. Okay, that makes sense. Now, if you do this opposite, it's going to look really weird, right? So it's important to make sure you get this right. I'll give you an example here. If we were to draw the outline of the box really thin, okay, and then the plane changes would stay the same at about a medium. And then the details on the inside were the thickest. It looks pretty bad. It's also kind of hard to read as a 3D object, okay? So, and if you go back in space as well and you make it even thicker, it's really going to mess with things and look really weird. Okay, so make sure that you understand this and that you're doing it correctly. Otherwise, it's just not going to look right. Okay, now let's look at an example so you can see a little bit more what I'm talking about of a drawing that I did. So you can see here the silhouette or the outline of the shape is by far the darkest line anywhere on the drawing, and it really helps it separate it as its own individual object from the background. And then we have all of the plane changes, such as, you know, maybe this line around his eye or the shell, right? Those are our medium lines, and then all of our detail lines are these little tiny wrinkles and stuff like that that are the lightest and smallest lines. And that really gives us a good sense of what this thing is. Even though there's no shading, there's no lighting, all it is line work. So what I would recommend for you is to practice drawing different weights of lines, and try doing that in your drawing. If you find yourself just drawing the same every single time, right, then maybe switch it up. Or if you're using a brush that doesn't have a lot of pressure sensitivity, right, like this monoline brush, it's pretty much just the same thickness all the way through. Try using a brush that can change thickness, and that will help a lot with that. So anyways, that's it for this lecture, or sorry, YouTube video. Getting mixed up with my online courses. That's it for this video, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Are you looking for even more content on how to become a digital artist? Then check out some of my online courses. Courses are anywhere from 3 to 12 hours long, and they have tons of in-depth content. They cover a range of topics from creature design to light and color, and from character design to digital painting. You'll gain access to a private Facebook group for students only, where you can stay motivated and get feedback on your work. Plus, I provide fully responsive support throughout all of my courses, and I offer a 100% no questions asked money-back guarantee. Normally, my courses range from $1 to $200, but subscribers can take any of them for only $15. And once you buy it, you own it for life. There's no time limits, no subscriptions, anything like that. So if you want to show your support and become a better artist in the process, then use the link in the description or use the promo code YT discount on any of my courses. Have a good one.